You're listening to the Allan Alvarez Experience on AM 1130 and OC 882 KPHI.
Yes, mga kababayan, nandito na po tayo ulit. And don't forget, nasa 96.7 FM din tayo at cable 882 at streaming on Pinoy Power Media, mga kababayan. So welcome back to the program. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, nandito tayo sa ating tinatawag na Local Artist Spotlight. And our guest is here today. And let me do a nice introduction for you, ma'am, that you're here. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So for our Local Artist Spotlight today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a young girl from the South. Yeah, this is CJ. She had one ambition, and that was to learn how to live underwater. A good place to be to do that. A good place to be, CJ. After a move that left her in Iowa, okay, she decided to go to she decided that college was the way to get back to the ocean that she clearly missed. Pursuing a career in marine biology was a natural fit, and took her here to Hawaii to study at the University of Hawaii. And then one summer, while she was on a ship off the coast of Costa Rica, okay, she found herself sitting on the bow of the boat with a friend's guitar, teaching herself chords and singing to Dar Williams's The Ocean. It clicked. She started writing songs about her life, described through nature, and then words fell out of her mouth with ease. Okay, the rest, mga kababayan, tinatawag nilang is history. So, ladies and gentlemen, live on the Allan Alvarez Experience, palakpakan po natin, ladies and gentlemen, Miss CJ Bradley.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm going to start out here with a song that actually was inspired by an incident that I had in the ocean. So this is called Drowning Inside.
They look at me sideways, they scratch their heads and say that they're not sure. Are you sick? Did you sneeze? It's so hard to breathe and I'm crumbling down. I think I'm drowning now from the inside out, and they can't see that the night's creeping in. I'm trying to live, but I don't know how, 'cause I've lost my way. Trying to keep it together, all I need is air, but I'm surrounded by water. Would you come if they called you, if you're the only one around? Would you hold out your hand or let me drown? I'm standing on the edge, they think I've lost my head. They're reaching out, just hold on, don't lose hope. I'm at the end of my rope and I'm drinking it down. I think I'm drowning now from the inside out, and they can't see that I'm losing my nerve and my cries go unheard, and I can't be found, 'cause I've lost my way. Trying to keep it together, all I need is air. I'm surrounded by water. Would you come if they called you, if you're the only one around? Would you hold out your hand or let me drown? I think I'm drowning now from the inside out, and they can't see that the night's creeping in. I'm trying to live, but I don't know how, 'cause I've lost my way, trying to keep it together. All I need is air. I'm surrounded by water. Would you come if they called you? If you're the only one around, would you hold out your hand or let me drown?
Wow. Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. So nice. Thank you so much. You remind me of Janis Joplin.
Oh, really? Thanks. I've actually only one time I heard that, and he was a man in a bar, and I wasn't really sure if I really could trust his
Do you know
judgment.
Janis Joplin?
I do,
Oh, you
actually.
do?
I love a lot of those songs from that era. I actually sing
Yeah.
a song by Melanie, Brand New Key. I have
Yeah.
a cover of that song. So that era, I'm really into.
Yeah, I love your voice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
how
so
long
much.
how long have you been singing?
Well, I've pretty much been singing my whole life. But in terms of actually standing up and performing in front of people, it's been almost about 2 years now. So
About 2 years.
it's really, I mean, I did choirs and things like that, and my mom sang my whole life. I've been around it. My family sings. My brother is a musical theater opera singer.
Wow.
So there's a lot of music in my family, but in terms of actually standing up in front of people, it hasn't been that long. So
Well, I think you're fine. I mean, how do you feel when you play in front of people? You feel pretty confident? You should.
I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love the line from what is that Billy Elliot movie where he says it's like electricity. That's what I feel when I stand in front of people. There's an electricity there, and I really love what I do. I love standing in front of people. I love conveying my emotion and telling the stories that I tell with my music, and hoping that someone out there, gets it, understands it, it reaches them. And I get people come up to me and they say that they really listen to my lyrics, and I really enjoy it. I really appreciate it.
It's great.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great lyrics. I love it. I mean, marine biology and anything that dealing with water. I mean, I love to surf, and I just love being in the water. I think being out in the water balances you.
Definitely.
Yeah, and when you do these things and you translate it into art, I think it adds a dimension that
Hmm.
that most people don't. People who don't go to the water, they don't know what it's like,
Right.
right? I mean,
Absolutely.
they don't know how beautiful it is.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, I still remember the first time I ever took my little sister to the ocean.
yeah.
She hadn't been there, ever. I mean, because she was too young when we moved away from the ocean, and it changed her. And it's those sorts of things that I try to that really center me and help me write my music. So a lot of times I'll go to the beach and I'll write if I'm really struggling.
When did you move from Iowa? Is it
Hmm.
that you say that it took me away from the water?
Right. Well, I was
So
raised in Texas and Louisiana, so we were close to the ocean, just a drive away. We spent
where
our
where
summers
where
down
in
there.
Texas?
In Lubbock, Texas, which is
Lubbock.
actually pretty far away, but in San Antonio, we used to drive to Corpus Christi.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been to Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to South Padre Island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
on spring break.
Oh, I see, I see.
Dangerous. But it's a great place.
Yeah, well, I was pretty young, so we didn't have any of those fun spring break
Yeah, it's more like
experiences.
college. Yeah, spring break.
Yeah.
No, but being down there in that part of the country too, Janis Joplin is from that
Hmm.
area, and I don't know, I guess it's that part of the country that gives you that, I don't know, that yearning, that longing, that sound that's in the voice.
Yeah,
I guess it's
definitely.
a regional thing or it's an area thing, but it sounds great. Yeah,
Thank
who
you.
else do you listen to?
Well, I spend a lot of time growing up. I was really influenced by Patsy Cline. That was
Oh yeah,
somebody
crazy,
that my
crazy.
yeah that my
Yeah.
my mom and my father listened to a lot. And Bonnie Raitt, she's another
Oh yeah.
sort of rock country influence of mine.
Yeah, country rock. That's
Yeah.
what I would definitely classify
Yeah,
this as.
so that's where those are my sort of two real female
Do you
influences
listen to
growing up.
Jewel?
I do. I have,
You
I'm
sound a
about
little
that
bit.
age where she was
Yeah.
coming out when I was, high school, middle school area.
Yeah, you sound a little bit also
Yeah.
like a Jewel type.
Well, hopefully I sound a lot like a lot of different people, and so I
No, you sound
appeal
like
to
CJ
a
Bradley.
broad audience. Thanks.
No, that's great. So you also do cover songs
I do
and you
some
do
cover songs. That's
originals?
that's how I learned how to play guitar. I taught myself how to play guitar by listening to songs that I really enjoyed and covering them. I haven't played covers in a while now. I've been focusing a lot more on my original music.
Yeah.
So
Are you working on an album? Is that why this
I'm
is?
trying. Yeah, I'm trying
Yeah.
to. I
Great.
have several songs. I'm working with the wonderful John Valentine. He's been helping me uh, record some things. He's a local artist around here who
Yes,
does a
I've
lot
heard
of
of John
yeah.
Valentine.
He does a lot of gigging around through Waikiki and things. His wife is a
Mm-hmm.
friend of mine, so through
Mm-hmm.
him, he's recording some of my songs. We're working on that, getting out just sort of maybe a small demo, 5 songs or so.
Yeah, sure. Why not? You need one of those things just to get out there and to
Definitely.
be heard
Yeah,
by
definitely.
bigger radio stations. We're just a tiny FM, AM, cable, streaming
Wow,
radio
that's a
station.
lot. That's more than I have, so it sounds pretty big to me.
All right, so you have another one
I do.
lined up for us. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're here with CJ Bradley, and she had just played a song, and we're just learning about her wonderful life experience. And she's going to play another song for us. So live on the Allan Alvarez Experience, palakpakan po natin ang ating guest na si Miss CJ Bradley.
All right, so this song, I like to talk a little bit about my songs before. They're typically shorter, so I can afford myself a few minutes to talk about them. This song is a song that I've written recently. I'm in a happy mood. I tend to write sadder songs by sad life experiences, but this is a good life experience, so I want to share my happiness. It's about meeting someone that you feel that you were destined to meet, whether they be a lover or a friend or something that you in this moment you were destined to meet them and have this experience with them. So that's what this song is about. It's called Love Story of Jane.
Would you be my beacon if I lost my way? Would you find a reason so that I could stay? If I told you secrets, desires in my heart, would you tear the world apart and make my day? 'Cause I loved you before you ever crossed my path. You've got my heart. Didn't even have to ask. Till the breath I take be my last. Every day I love you more. 'Cause I loved you before. Darkest of nights, I'll stay by you. I'll hold your hand so tight as you pull me through treacherous storms. There's always hope, and I pray you'll always know that you're my truth. 'Cause I loved you before you ever crossed my path. You've got my heart. Didn't even have to ask. Till the breath I take will be my last. Every day I love you more. 'Cause I loved you before. Nobody can see what I see when I look in your eyes. Every time's a surprise. You break down my disguise, and I feel so alive. On a bullet train, but I'm not scared. They hit the brakes, we'll just go flying through the air. And I start to wonder if anyone has felt the way you make my heart melt. You are near. 'Cause I loved you before you ever crossed my path. You got my heart. Didn't even have to ask. Until the breath I take will be my last. Every day I love you more. 'Cause I loved you before. I loved you before. I loved you before. I loved you before.
Excellent. Fantastic. Great job. I mean, where else in the 3, 4 in the afternoon, where are you going to find this type of entertainment? Only here on the Allan Alvarez Experience. CJ, so why don't you tell people how they can reach you? If you're available for parties or gigs or you want to sell CDs, tell them.
Yeah, I'm pretty available for anything. I'll play parties at houses. I'll play shows at coffee shops. I played for a big venue for some military folks. I'm available for anything. You can find me on Facebook. My name is CJ Bradley, Bradley, and it's just CJ, the 2 letters. So you can find me on Facebook there. I have an official artist site on Facebook there, and I'm also found. You can find me on Reverb Nation. You can find me on SoundCloud. And on YouTube, all CJ Bradley. If you just look for that, and you can find me there. And they all have links to each other, so you can navigate through and find me and send me messages. And I'll pretty much play anywhere and everywhere. I'm studying right now to get my PhD in oceanography. So
Really?
I'm looking for really.
Wow, you don't seem like a doctor to me.
So I'm always looking for things to divert my attention.
Sure, of course.
So I love to play music, and I'll pretty much play anywhere, anytime. Just give me a call. Find me.
That's wonderful, CJ. What an inspiration! Look at that. She's studying to get her doctorate. Again, be a doctor, ladies and gentlemen. So what an inspiration! Thank you very. On behalf of KPHI, CJ, Nathan. Thank you, Nathan. I don't know if you're listening out there,
Nathan
but
Emmons.
Nathan Emmons, who recommended CJ to me.
He's been incredibly supportive of me.
He's a very supportive artist himself.
He's a wonderful man, As has Steph Music. She was here a little bit ago, and and several other people out there have really been supportive to me, and I hope that they can, if they've been on your show, if they haven't already, there's a
tell
good
them to come
here.
here.
Yeah, there's a good community out there. I want them all to get on this show.
All right, there you go. So thank you okay, so on behalf of KPHI, I say this to everybody. KPHI, the management, the staff here, just want to say thank you, CJ, for coming in here and sharing your wonderful talent with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we wish you nothing but the best. And when you get big, hopefully you don't get too big, you forget about us here.
Of course
and
not.
At least you can give me a CD, or something, or an iTunes.
You'll be one of the first.
Okay.
Send them on here.
All right, I got that on video. I got that on audio. So anyway, CJ, thank you very much. And as we say in the Philippines, maraming salamat and mabuhay ka, mabuhay sa lahat ng inyong gagawin. Okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was CJ Bradley, and we're going to take a few commercial messages here, and when we come back, we'll have attorney Roda Yabes Alvarez with her Legal Pinoy live on the Allan Alvarez Experience.
Tumdong kayo iti Pinoy Power Programa, dito'y 96.7 FM, AM 1130, OC 882, and PinoyPowerMedia.com.
Sawa na ba kayo sa